They can only see my screen. Okay, so welcome. We got disconnected, so we got disconnected. So sorry about that. Okay, we're back. That's cool. We're back. All right. So I was telling us that I was explaining the shape tool here. I was telling us that we can use the shape tool. Remember, I just drew this from this rectangle tool. I would click the rectangle tool, and I was able to draw this nice shape. I was able to draw this nice rectangle. So, but by using the shape tool, we can actually change these two sides and move them. But we cannot manipulate this beyond this orientation. We cannot change it beyond this point. But guess what? If I use a control Q, like I said earlier, I will be able to convert it to an object. And when I convert it to an object, what that means is that I can be able to displace it anyhow or any way I want it to be. If I want it to be this way, and be able to create something as nice as this. And what's the application of this? I can actually move it to this design. And most times you see a lot of designs. Part of what I would tell us to do is, for those of us who want to do a lot of experts in design, you need to study some design concepts and look at some designs. You need to study designs, look for brands, top brands, look at their designs and be able to model it. Now, most times you see some designs that have some shapes like this, all right? And then we just did this shape right now here. And then you'll be like, wow, this is beautiful. You see, so that's the application of the shape we just do now. We're using the shape to remember that what we did was draw the rectangle here and it's open. And then we're able to use a control Q, convert this, and then we're able to drag this down to this point. That's what we did. So if you got that, please just indicate in the chat box right now. Just drop an F on the chat box if you just got that. Just got that right now. How to draw a shape or convert a shape using your So just drop an F in the chat box if you just got that now. Okay, okay. All right. That means we are following. All right. We are following. We are gaining value, right? We're gaining value from this class. So if you have any questions so far, please, you can actually ask in the chat box. But if you don't have any question, that means you can proceed. But if you understood everything I said with regards to the pick two and the shape two, please, if you have any question with regards to the shape two, and if you have any question with regards to the pick two and the shape two, please just drop your question. If you have any question, Favor, do you have any question? Gio, any question? Drop in the chat box, yes or no. Any question? How about Juliet? Juliet is just quiet. I don't have a laptop because you're using a laptop terms. Oh, don't worry, you get a laptop soon, all right? You get a laptop soon. So how about you, Gio? How about you? You see, you don't necessarily need a laptop. Let me tell you. You can actually learn this now, and then your dad, your mom, your friend, your elder brother, they may actually have a laptop. And you can just tell them, Uncle, please, let me just install this software. That this software I'm learning online. I'm learning CorelDraw online, and I want to install it on your PC. So for practice, and then you beg him. You understand? It's something that you actually get value from, right? So if you explain to your siblings or your parents about this and they have system, why not? They will let you do it, and you're likely to replicate everything you're learning now there. And the more you do that, the better you become. I'm sorry, I've not been active. Oh, all right, that's cool. I do have a laptop. Oh, awesome, Juliet. Thank God you have a laptop. You only got the part of the shape too. Okay, but what I said in the Juliet, what I said in using the pick tool, what I said in using the pick tool was that we use the pick tool to drag objects around like this now. If it's not in the pick tool, if the pick tool was not selected, I cannot drag this. You see what's happening? I cannot move anything around. So, and I said earlier that the pick tool is one of the most used tool in CorelDraw. Why? Because you actually use it to move objects, and you can actually use it to select, to position, or to transform objects. So you can use it to select. When we mean transform, like this now, if you double click on it, you can transform this. You can transform this. All right. You can transform this. This is the help of the pick tool. You can use it to select. You can use it to transform an object. You can use it to transform, and you can also use it to position. So use it to select, to move, to position, and to transform. All right. So did we get that? I hope we're writing down these keywords. We use the pick tool to what? To select, to transform, and to reposition or position objects. So without it, you cannot do any of these, and that's the reason why it's important. So I think I've been able to answer that question, right? So Juliet, let me know. Have I been able to answer your question? Yeah, Juliet, have I been able to answer your question? All right, awesome. Okay, so we are all following, right? We are all following. So we'll go over to the next two. So listen attentively. We'll go over to the next two. The next two I'll talk about is the crop tool. We don't use this often, right? We don't use it often. So you can actually use it to crop. Let's say, for instance, I consider this. I don't want this side of this shape to show. I don't want this side to show. So by using the crop tool, I can just select where I want to be visible, and I just click enter on my keyboard. And whoa, everything else is off. It's just this I'm seeing. That's incredible, you know. Now I can't even see any other thing. All my designs are gone and I'll be crying. But no, by using the Control Z, or by using the Control Z, I was able to come back here. All right, so don't forget that keyboard. You use your Control Z to go back after making a mistake or after deleting a particular. I can actually delete this and get it back with the Control Z. Wow, that's it. Get it back, delete, get it back with the Control Z. So very important. You know, this class is for, like I said, I will make it as simple as possible. If you're not, if you don't have a system, you've not used a system before in your life, but by it's not a problem, because I'm going to be explaining everything, like down to the least thing you're supposed to understand or you're supposed to know. All right. So did we get that? Don't forget Control Z. I've been able to mention two keyboard shortcut here in CorelDraw. I remember I mentioned a Control Q to convert to convert an object to convert an object more like so that you can be able to manipulate the nodes. So you use the Control Q. And if you're exporting, let's say you're exporting, you give a text, and you don't want the font to change for printing, it's very important. Like for instance, now I've not converted this, right? So if let's say I send this out for printing and the printer does not have this particular font, it's going to change my font. And when my print comes out, I'll be like, what happened? Why did my font change? Because if this font change, let's say the font the printer has is this font. You see what's happening? If they print this, remember it was this, okay? Sorry, it was this, right? And then your print is coming out and you're seeing something that looks like this. It's like something that looks like this. And then the printer is telling you, okay, this is now the work where you give me now. That's how the thing is. This is the work you give to us. And they'll be like, this is not it now. This is not, so to avoid all this English and all this problem, it's actually nice you convert your fonts and you learn it. So this is what we are learning now. All right. So it's important. It may not be important to you now, but sometime in future, it will be very important. Maybe after the printer and then they produce this this font, the funny fonts. Yeah. Yeah. So all right. So using the Control Q, if you use Control Q, you'll notice that you cannot edit it anymore. You can't edit it, uneditable. All right. You can't edit it because you've converted it, right? So if you're printing this, it's going to be like this anywhere in the world. Yeah. So that's important. That's very, very important. So did we actually understand that? If you did, please just drop understood on the chat box. If you understand what I just said, if you understood what I just said, drop understood on the chat box. Do it. Let's go. Understood in the chat box. If you understood, Control Q and Control Z. Control Z is to go back, right? Now, and then Control Q is to convert the object to a curve, or to convert it so that you can be able to manipulate the nodes. So if you understood what I just said, drop understood in the chat box. Understood in the chat box. Favor. Juliet. Understood in the chat box. I hope we're not far away from our phones. Understood. Awesome. You know, someone just joined us. Daniela. Okay. Daniela, welcome. Daniela, welcome. All right. So Daniela, did you just understand what we said? Daniela, are you following? Understood. Yeah. Juliet, awesome. All right. Favor, understood. Right. All right. Let's move. Let's fire down. All right. I explained the crop tool. Hope we got that. You can actually use the crop tool to select a particular part we want, and then we quickly enter the rest parts are done. Someone is trying to say something. Happiness. Okay, please, if you don't have anything to say, you can actually mute your mic. But if you have anything you want to say, you can actually unmute and I'm listening. All right, so let's move on to the next. The next thing we're talking about is the knife tool. What do we do? Okay, so when we say the knife tool, I know a lot of us, what do we use knife for? So for those of us that cook in our homes, Favor, if you, Happiness, do you have anything to say? I have to mute you. Okay, I just did that. Okay, so for those of us who cook, what do we do with the knife? Because in CorelDraw, there's a tool called the knife tool. Someone should tell us in the chat box, drop in the chat box, what do we do with the knife tool? What do we do with the knife tool? Like I said, I want this class to be very interactive. So it's not like I'm the only one that's talking. You know, when the class is interactive, everybody learns. Well, okay. So Favor is saying to cut and to slice. All right. And G is saying to cut something into smaller pieces. Okay, the both of you, you're correct. You're very, very much correct. You're very, very much correct. So if that is what it means, that means what the knife tool does in CorelDraw is actually the same thing. It's no different. You actually use it to cut objects. So I want to cut this object into two parts. I'll have to select this part and I would have to hold my shift. No, okay, sorry. I got it wrong. So I have to select this part. See what I'm doing? And I want to cut this part. You know, I'll have to drag this with my knife tool selected here at the top. I have to join the node of this part with this part. That means I'm cutting it, and then I will have to make sure that this thing is in convert to object so that I can be able to see it at the end of the day that I've been able to do a good job, right? So at the end of it, at the end of it, I have to right click on it, and I'll see on group, right? On group. If I ungroup it, I'll be able to see that, okay, this is what I was able to cut out. But really, that's not what I want to cut out, right? Because the goal of what I wanted to do was to ensure that break apart, right? Was to ensure that the goal of this, the object is split into two. That's the goal of what I want to do. That's what I want to achieve. That's what I want to achieve. And if you can look at it, it's actually giving us that feeling. But it seems we're not getting that. So let me do that again. I mean, something is wrong, right? Something is wrong. Normally this is supposed to be. Okay, so let me do that. Let me do that with a different shape. Let me see this shape, for instance. I want to cut this. I want to cut this with a knife tool. With Ctrl Q. Remember, we converted it first. I want to split this into two. Convert to curve. I want to split this into two. That's what we're trying to do now. And we're using the knife tool. So you know it has been able to draw a line. You see that line there in group. Let's see. You see what's happening. Wow, wow. We just did it. So with the knife tool, we can actually split, we can actually cut. So you see what's happening. Nice shape we have here, nice shape. So this is what we can do with the knife tool. Did you just get that? Did you get it? Did you understand what I did? If you understood, please make me know in the chat box. Juliet, GC, Favor, let me know. Let me know. Did you just understand what I did with the knife tool? One new message. Yes, that's interesting. Awesome. So that's what we do with the knife tool. You can use it to cut objects. You can use it to cut objects. So Juliet, did you get that? Juliet and Favor, I'm waiting for your replies. Okay, okay. So if we understood, then I have to move to the next part, which is the visual segment delete. What this does is that it just deletes objects. If you bring it around any object, it just deletes it entirely. Okay. So most times I can actually want to delete a particular part, like say this part. You see what's happening there. So that's what it does. Around an object, it deletes it. So we're not going to spend much time on that. We'll have to move further into the next. So the next one we have is the eraser tool. Eraser tool. So someone should tell me what do you understand by eraser? I know we'll be using that in primary school to date. We'll be using the eraser tool. So what do you know about the eraser tool and how can it be used? So someone should answer. What do we do with it? A very quick one. Favor. Happiness. Juliet, G. What do we do with the eraser tool? This is the tool right now here. Remember, I have to click on it first. I have to click on it. I have to left click on it and then it will come out and then I will select. Okay, to clean something out, that's a very quick one from Geo. All right. To clean off an error, you wipe off a particular stuff. Okay, cool. To clean, awesome. So that's what these are part of the things we do. There is a tool. Okay, so let's clean. We want to clean something, right? First of all, you click on it, and then here, what you do here is that you can actually increase the size of the eraser. It's not like eraser is to buy in the market. Yes, so you can actually increase the size of this one. You know, the one you normally buy, then the one we were used to. You know, when you buy a big one, you have a big one, but at the end of the month, you notice that the big one is not looking very small. Okay, all right. So that was actually a joke. So here you can actually increase your eraser to, you can actually increase it here. Like you see what I'm doing right now. I'm going to clean very quick. You see what's happening? I'm cleaning, 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 cleaning. Even if my mine looks very awful, right? But I'm cleaning, cleaning. But please don't use it to clean a mistake. Let's say, I know we're used to using it to clean mistakes. Like let's say you make a mistake now, you want to clean it out. This is a very long process. Rather than doing that, just click on it and then click delete and it's gone. All right, delete and it's gone. So there's no need cleaning. When I always use the cleaning is, let's say when I retouch an image, and I notice that mostly in Photoshop, and I notice that some parts here were not wiped out and I want to wipe them out. I can just use, let's say, sorry, I can actually use the ears to, it's too big, it's bigger than what I want to do. Oh, it's still big. Okay, this is looking very small, like something I can manage. So I can actually use it to just wipe out this part. Why? Because maybe I noticed a mistake or an error and I want to remove those errors from the image. You know, in Photoshop, it's called a brush tool because Rollins will be taking us on Photoshop very soon. So for those of us who will be joining the Photoshop class, it will be very nice to understand that what we call an eraser tool in CorelDraw is called a brush tool in Photoshop. Don't forget. Okay, so if there's a mistake here, okay, just wipe it out. So let's see. It's a very nice thing to use. I want to make her toothless. I don't like her. I want to make her, I don't want her to have a teeth. I hope she's not anybody's sister yet. I want to wipe her teeth out. Oh, she's toothless. Toothless. Yeah, she doesn't have a tooth. No, part of graphic designers, very wicked set of people. uh, look at her teeth and her eyes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's move. I know we're having fun. We're having fun in the building. Okay, so that's that for the years or two. I know if you don't forget anything, if you forget everything I've said today, you won't forget the fact that we had to use the ears to pull off our teeth and then our eyes. All right. Okay, so the next thing we'll talk about is in the toolbar. I know we're not going to be done with all of them. Soon I'll be leaving here. Let's say in 10 minutes time, I'll be ending, and then we'll continue what we should do. So I believe that in my next class, I'm going to see Juliet, I'm going to see Favor, I'm going to see Happiness, and then I'm going to see Gio. I'm going to see all of us. I'm going to see Happiness. I'm going to see Juliet. I'm going to see Favor. I'll see every one of us here in the next class. All right. Because I don't want it that the next class I'm coming to see new face set of people and I want to walk them through all this process. You know, that's going to be hectic. So I want you all to make a commitment to me, except you want me to pull up your tube like I did has right now. So if you're going to make a commitment that in the next class you'll be coming, like I will definitely get to see the 5 of us. So if you have any additional person, what I'll just have to do is to do a recap, and then we will now be on a smooth footing, and then we can actually take off from there. All right, so the next one is the pen tool. What do we do? Just use it to move around our canvas, like move around like this, move around and around and around. But I don't use it so much. Yes, I don't use it so much because when your client is on your neck to deliver a job, you not just be playing, you won't just be scrolling around and joking up and down. You don't have time for that. Okay, so the next tool we'll talk about, it's the freehand tool. The tools we're entering now are shape tools and then drawing tools. So take note of that. This one I want to talk about is the freehand tool. What do we use it to do? We use it to draw. So you can use it to draw freehand. And use it to draw, connect the nodes. Remember, I spoke about nodes earlier. You seen that, connecting that. You have the nodes connecting each other here. You know, connecting. You know, I'm trying to draw something. Maybe I'm the only person who knows what I'm trying to draw. Okay, so that's what we just did now with the freehand tool, right? So you can actually use it. It just draws a line and then it helps you with the node. You can connect the line. You can connect the lines like so. So, all right. So the next tool we'll talk about is the 2.2. Remember that the freehand tool is just one, but the freehand tool is one, but the 2 points just give us a 2 point. Remember, we have 2 nodes here, 2 nodes. But the freehand tool, remember the difference is that this one just gives you one. See one here. When you're drawing, you're free to use just one. Just one. But when we talk about the 2 points, it just gives you 2 points. 2 points, like it draws 2 points, like 2 points. So just giving you 2 points, you can actually draw from, right? So I hope we're able to understand that. If you do, all right. So the next we'll talk about is the Bezier tool. What we do with it? We draw. You can draw different shapes. This type, you can use it for curves, join curves. Okay, let's do something. Something just came to my head. You know, so we can actually do something like this, and then break it apart, break it apart, break it apart. To break apart, you use Alt and you click. You hold Alt and you click, Alt, click. Then you have been able to break that apart. I'm trying to use Ctrl Q right now, but I think it's not working. So I'm trying to connect this. Yeah. Okay. I'm using a mouse. So those of us who have a PC, how do we get CorelDraw across? How do we download CorelDraw? I'm thinking how to help. Okay, you can actually get it from you can actually get it from a website called getintopc.com. I will drop it in the chat box right now. I'll drop it in the chat box. Get into PC, and then just click CorelDraw. It's up to how many gigabytes, you know. So I just dropped it in the chat box for us. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that's that for the next tool we'll talk about is the pen tool. All the tools here are drawing tools. Okay, the pencil. Let me use it. Let me give myself a task. I don't want to draw again, please. Ladies and gentlemen, enter. I don't want to. So let's say, for instance, I want to draw this lady. I want to be able to draw her. But I think this is going to be an issue. So I want to draw this part of her. This part. This part. So I just come here, click this part, and then let me see what I can be able to do with this. So we have this settled here. I know that because of time, I'm trying to be fast. So I'm not assuring myself I'm going to be so accurate here. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using the pen tool to do that. Using the pen tool. I break the news using Alt. Don't forget, I use Alt to break the news. Alt. I've been clicking Alt. Okay. I'm clicking Alt and I'm using that to break the notes. Okay. I'm supposed to take it in a bit. Okay. So I want it to connect it. I want to connect it. So guys, you didn't give me what I wanted. But I can actually come here and do something like this. Then so connect it. So you see, I've been able to just get the facial part. You know what I'm saying? So I can actually have this here. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen. Can I download Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator from the website? Yes, you can. You can get into PC. You can. So, ladies and gentlemen, look at what I've been able to do to the lady. You know, it's all about drawing, creativity. You know, as a graphic designer, you have to be creative. It's just part of what your job description. Yes, and so this is not looking like anybody in the class. Yeah, okay. So this is what I've been able to do with the lady. I remember I had to draw and get that part of her by using the what? The pen tool. By using the pen tool. Yeah. Okay. So the next one we'll talk about is I'll just finish it in 1 minute and I'll end the class. So we have to schedule the class. So somebody should tell me when do you think it's better for us to fix the class again? Possibly tomorrow or Monday. When do you think it's better, please? I'm listening. I'm listening to us, guys. When do you think it's better? When do you think? Juliet, Favor, Happiness. When do you think is better? Please, Monday, right? Monday. All right. So Monday, I'll be explaining the rest part of the two. I've been able to explain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's remaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, whoa. All right. So the next class is going to be by Monday. Yeah, the next class is going to be by Monday. All right. The class is going to be by Monday. So guys, any question? So very fast. I'll be leaving. I will just have 2 minutes here, 2 minutes more. Any question? Do you have any question for me? Juliet, I'm listening. Happiness, listening. All right. Favor, do you see any question? Do you have any question, guys? There's no question. Are you guys saying there's no question? My CorelDraw doesn't have some tools. Yes, you have to upgrade it. This I'm using the current version. I'm using 2021 version. 2021 version of CorelDraw. That's the reason why a lot of you yeah, you need to upgrade it. You need to upgrade it. So I don't know. Maybe what I would do for us here is that I would download. I would get to possibly download. I have CorelDraw already, so maybe I'll just upload it in the Google Drive and then we just download it from there. If that will help you, let me know. All right, so you just install it. But the one I'm using is not compatible for every system. Okay, so you must have an 8 gig RAM to be able to do it. So there's no question anymore. Nobody has any question. How do we download the CorelDraw from the site? Just click on it. Okay, I will just show you. I will just walk you through it in 1 minute. I'll just walk you through it in 1 minute. Let me go to my browser. Let me go to my browser. Okay, I'm trying to look for my WhatsApp is open here. So I'm sharing my WhatsApp. This is my browser anyway. So get into PC. I'm going to be very fast. After this, I'm hanging up and I'm ending the call because it's closing time already and I have to start going home from work. So get into PC, ladies and gentlemen, into PC. Just click it on Google. You see it's out. I'm clicking. Look at this is getting to PC. This is getting to PC already. So I have to start for CorelDraw, right? CorelDraw. Okay, so this is CorelDraw. The CorelDraw is here. So which one now do you probably want? 2021, right? If you want 2021, just click on 2021 and just click on, please make sure you have data, you have enough data. Like you can see this one now, the full size, they're telling me 300 and 200 and, well, it's actually small anyways, but the total size we are getting here is 1 gig. You must have 1 gig free space in your hard disks. So you can click here. The moment I click on, it's 300. This one is 362 MB. So if I just click OK to start downloading, you click OK to start downloading. Now it's showing me waiting for network and all that. This is where it's going to take. It's going to take time here. And when you check your downloads, it's going to start downloading very soon. Yes, it's showing me, look at it here. So if I just click save as, automatically it should be saved here. So I think no other question, guys. Nobody has any question, right? Do we have any other question? Do we have any question? Do you have any other question? Do you have any other question? Okay, in absence of any question, I'm not seeing any question here, guys. That means we don't have any question, right? So in absence of any question, we have to call it a day. All right. Someone is typing. Who's that? Okay, there's no question. Favor, I want to be sure. No question, right? Happiness, Juliet. Let's be fast. No question. Okay, so I want to get our final response. No, sir. Okay. So how was the class? How was the class? You guys tell me in 1 minute. Explain. Did you get value? Were you okay? How was the class? You know, a lot of you, I'm your tutor and you don't even know my name. Nobody asks of my name. That is not important. Okay, my name is Emmanuel Joshua. All right. I'm the graphic designer of Tiger Foods Nigeria Limited. You know, we produce tiger spices. You know, a lot of you use our spices to cook. Tiger spices, tiger curry. You know, a lot of you use it. And now we're currently launch our tiger meat. All right. So, all right, guys, let's call it a day. Take care of yourself. See you on the next class.